Hey y'all, in today's video, I am going to be sharing some new products from Plum Paper, this Take Care Notepad and the Undated Plum Paper Daily. First, let's take a look at this notepad. Both of these products I purchased with my own money. I'm not an affiliate for Plum Paper, but I will make sure to leave links in the description to these products in case you want to shop for any of them. But before I keep going, if you're new here, I'm Lauren. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four, and on here I talk all things planning and self-care. That's mainly the reason why I picked this one up, because it was one of their newer pads. They have several other notepads, and I was curious. I'd never picked up any of them before, and I was curious to know if their notepad was the same type of paper as what you can find in their planners. And it absolutely is. At least it feels like it to me. And I like that, like the price of this, I want to say it was only $10. It would be cheaper if it's on sale. I think I picked it up when they had a sale recently. It was 20% off. So I got it for even less than that. And I really like the Plum Paper paper. It's actually I actually prefer it whenever I journal. I have like a little spiral line notebook from them that I use to journal. I like how my pen just kind of glides through and there's no friction because the paper is smooth and it doesn't have a tooth to it. This Take Care notepad I actually think would be great for someone who maybe doesn't do daily planning and all they do is have a weekly planner, and then this would be something that they could keep by their nightstand and work on first thing when they wake up, and then at the end of the day it's there to remind you to do this daily roundup section. So it has the today's intention, it has a section for what they consider the staples. You can rate your quality of sleep. You can use this to track your water intake if you want to. So if you're doing that, then you would want to like pair this with your planner, whatever you're taking around with you, so you can continue to track it, and a spot for you to list out what your exercise is going to be for the day. Daily affirmation place. I like how it's got like a cute little background for it, and then it's got this that says, "And don't you forget it." So you can say something like, "I am powerful, I am safe," things like that. How am I feeling? A little section to just kind of quickly jot, how you're feeling today. And then a little self-care activity, a place for you to plan out what your self-care is going to be for that day. And then, like I said, at the end, this section here, you can write what today's win was, today's woe, and I look forward to. I like how they used today's woe as opposed to like what went wrong, because that sounds, I don't know, that doesn't sound right. I like how they use that terminology to, I don't know, to kind of put into perspective, like this is what went right today because it was a win, and this is kind of what went wrong today. So you can, over time, it's like get into the habit of reflecting on your day. Next up, we have this new undated A5. This is an A5 size Plum Paper 6-month daily planner. And I have used a daily planner before, and I have a couple of videos about, actually, I might only have like 1 or 2 videos on my daily. They're like really old. And I've also used a Plum Paper vertical priorities in the past, and I have some videos about that too that you can look at if you're interested in that. The first time I got a Plum Paper, it was a A5 Plum Paper daily, 6 months, and it was the modern colored scheme, I think, or it wasn't. You know what? I don't think it was a modern color scheme yet. I don't think they had that option available yet in that daily A5 size when I got it. It was, so it was in, it would have been in the colorful option. And I loved it. That was my first time using daily planning. I loved it. It was from like May of 2021 until that one ran until I think October. Because with Plum Paper, you can pick when it starts. Now, this being undated, obviously you get to still pick when it starts, but it's undated. So you're going to have to set it up yourself. Now I'm planning on moving into this one most likely here in April. So I will be setting this up soon for that. So with this release of this, they released these hard covers. Plum Paper usually has a more synthetic cover that has a plastic over it, which I believe now you have the option to pick whether you want that plastic cover on top, because some people don't like it and they snip it off, or if you want both of them together. So I like that they decided to do that. And they also now have an option to upgrade the coil for $10 to a gold if you want it. And the gold is, from what I understand, it's not a shiny gold. It's more of a, I don't know if muted is the right word, but it's most likely like a gold that matches the gold that's written right here on Plum Paper. Now, the thing that I noticed right away, being somebody who already in the past used an A5 Plum Paper, I noticed that this is substantially heavier. I mean, not like super duper heavy, but it is heavier. And this is not a comparison video, but I will go ahead for reference, give you, let me see, I have this is my 7x9 Daily Duo, and it's 6 months. None of these pages have been ripped out. I do have like maybe, I think I have the perpetual calendar in the back to kind of weigh against. So I don't know if that's gonna, and to me, this definitely still is heavier. However, it's not that much heavier. So to keep that in mind, hopefully in the future, Plum Paper will offer this undated version in the option of their other covers, so that you don't have to get this hard stock cover, and because I think that's really what's weighing it down. However, this is really nice to touch. Like, it's, I really wish I could like describe it, but it's really nice. It's super soft. It just feels really good in hand. That's, the back is a little bit more muted. Actually, honestly, would have preferred this one on the front to that one, but yeah, it has like their website down here, but this feels really nice. So it definitely feels like high quality, and they have several options to choose from. So I want to say like at least maybe 20 different options. I actually almost got a different one, and then the last second changed it to this one. This reminds me of a like dashboard page that I used to have when I was in a half letter that I picked up from Elevon Paper Co. Now, this paper is the same as the Notepad, and it feels to me the same as like any other Plum Paper, which is like almost like a buttery smooth paper. It works really well with Pentel Energel pens. So this one's the N-Free, so the Pentel Energel, those pens it works really well with, and it's just really nice. It just glides the pen on this paper. This special dates page is typically, in the past, what I used it for was like pre-planning, and this being like an undated planner, this page still has it where it starts like in January. So that might be an issue for some. I know with my planner, when I customized a vertical priorities, this it always starts in January. No matter when you got the planner to start, this page was always like January to December. So what I did was I had stickers and I redated it to start in June or July, whichever one. I can't remember when I had got that planner to start, but you could always do that if that bothers you. But some people use this for jotting down birthdays and anniversaries and that sort of thing coming up for the year. But I was using it as like pre-planning. So for example, if I were to start this in April like I want to, I could start writing down the appointments or anything that I know that are going to be happening here in May and June and July, and just list them all out here, so that if something comes up and I make an appointment, I can pop open just to this one page and jot that down, and I'm not actually writing it down in the month view yet, which I do use. I know some people, they don't use their month views, but I do tend to use mine. You also have this page right here, which in my journal that I have from them, it's a lined journal, A5 size also, and those journals have these two pages in the front as well. So it's just these two pages with a bunch of lines. And the way I use this page in my journal is I use it to track what I'm reading in that month. So I'll date the month and then I'll write, what I'm reading. And it's not something I've ever did before, but I like it because it's it's kind of like, because it's in my journal and it's going along with my journal, over time I'll be able to have a record of the things I read, because it has a dedicated spot in that journal for that. So I could just turn to that page, my future self, 10 years from now, looking back at a journal, I can see, these were the books that I was reading at that time. I don't know, I just think that would be cool. I also, in my journal, the way I use this page is more of jotting down special things that happened. So, for example, last year in March, we did a big birthday celebration for my grandma when she turned 90. And so I marked that here, and I ordered some sticker pictures through Erin Condren and just stuck that picture right here, a picture from that day. Clearly, I took more than one photo, but so this in my journal looks almost like a memory spread of like highlights from each month of the year. So you totally could do that in your planner itself if that's what you wanted to do, but I just wanted to let you know that's how I use that in my journal. And this is how it starts. So with the regular plum paper, the ones that are dated, this page is a solid color and it has like the name of the month down here, and it'll have the month right here on the tab. But this is just blank. It says month of, and I'll show you the stickers that came with this in a little bit that you can use to date this. And on the back, in regular plum papers that are dated, this has like, the 3 circles across the top, and it'll have some line sections here and another line section here, so you can do like a dashboard here, and then this is like a line, just a straight line page. So they decided with this to do away with that, and I think that's probably a smart move, because a lot of people complain about this, myself included. When I first had the daily planner back in 2021, I didn't have the appropriate pen, which it would need to be something like this, which is oil based. I don't have handy like a Sharpie one, but permanent Sharpie pens are really easy to find here in the States. So you can just pick up a pack of those fine ones, and that works really well on this paper. Any other pen is not going to work at all. It's going to smear no matter how long you let it sit. It's going to be an eternity to dry, or it'll never dry. So that's the type of pen you would have needed to use on that. So this feels like the exact same paper that's in dated plum papers. They just chose not to put anything on it, and so it ends up becoming like a blank page. So if you want to use it, it would probably be a cool spot for you. Some sticker shops make whole sticker sheets, so you could potentially get a sticker sheet from something like that and stick that there. If you want to make it functional, you could do that. But I really like how this is laid out, where you just have a blank spot here. This, I don't know if the camera is picking it up very well, but it is a dot grid, actually a really tiny dot grid, and there's like a mark right here on the page. It's fine. And then another blank box right here, which, hang on, I've got like a sticky note right here. Oh, look, you get a little insight on like what stuff's on sale right now. This is like a note for myself for my email coming up here. Yeah, this basically fits sticky notes. This is like a standard, what are these, like 3x3 sticky note? Cool. So that would be a perfect, that's what I would totally use that for, is to place a sticky note there. And then this is numbered 1 to 31. So you can use this like a line a day type thing, or you could even use this to like pre-plan the month in advance if you wanted to get like more nitty gritty than over there. So that actually might be a good spot for that. What I would do in advance though, since this is undated, I would probably use a gray mild liner and determine which dates are Saturdays and Sundays and highlight those. Like pretend, well, let's use a real example. Let's find out let's pretend this is March, because March is coming. So March starts on a Wednesday. So Wednesday is the 1st. So Wednesday, Saturday is the 4th. So the 4th and the 5th are a Saturday and a Sunday. So I would like highlight that. And then I would find like the next Saturday and Sunday and highlight, like that. That way at a glance, you can kind of see these are the weekend dates. I think that would be a cool way to use that. And here is, and I should get a ruler. Let me grab a ruler. I have always found the A5 size calendar pages to be a little bit too small for me, but I might try using it again. It's approximately 1¼ inch, these boxes. Let me see. If I line that up, yeah, it's yeah, almost like on the money. 1¼ inch wide, these boxes. And with this undated, it starts on a Sunday and goes to a Saturday, which is what I prefer in my calendar view. I know Plum Paper, with their customizable like dated planners, you can get this to start on a Monday now if you want to. I know that was like something new that they added sometime in 2022, but with this undated version, you clearly can't. And you have this little, I want to say this is about the same size. Yeah, the sidebar is about the same size as the boxes here. And then you go straight into the daily pages. Now, one of the things that I like about having a coiled daily planner, oh, we're about to test out this whole flippy folding back on itself thing. It wasn't quite perfect, but it might just be because of the way this coil, sometimes when the coil is turned wrong, it's not that bad. It's fine. So I like to flip it like this because it makes it easier to write on it, especially since when it's open like this and then you're kind of like writing it like that, I'd go like that to use it and write. And that makes it more comfortable. I like how this is super clean. There's no color in it at all. The regular dated Plum Paper planners at the moment, at the time that this is being recorded, they have like, this is shaded, this box is shaded, and then this priorities area right here would be shaded. And I believe this on the top where it would say the month and it would have the number on this side, I believe I'm remembering that's how it is, that would be shaded as well. And I think these might even have been shaded. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in one, but this is definitely plenty of to-do list space. Now this is not a full comparison video, but I'm gonna pull out my Erin Condren daily so that I can show you how many lined to-do list spaces you have here, so we can count real quick. Because if one, it looks like the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 16 line to-do spaces. And this is the A5 size planner, y'all. Holy moly. That's awesome. I mean, like page-wise size, this is not much smaller. So I'm excited that there's a little bit more to-do list spaces. Now the downside is this being undated, you do not get to customize what these headers say. But when I bought my daily planner from them before, I got the standard whatever it said, and I'm pretty sure this is what it said. Although I think this is different. I think this thoughts and inspiration down here is different. It didn't say that. I believe, yeah, I believe it didn't say that. Now it's making me wish I had the other one so I could compare them side by side, but I don't think I have it anymore. But that's okay. I can like pop up something from the website so you can see what the dated version looks like. That solves the problem. So you can kind of see. But I like that, you know, you've got these sections that you don't have, it's not completely all dedicated on this side to a schedule. I don't ever really have that much going on with my schedule anyway, which is the main reason why I decided that I'm probably going to switch out of my Daily Duo and go back into a Plum. But I didn't like that the Plum had color. And so when they came out with this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't have to deal with the color anymore. Now the only thing is that I'm dealing with the harder cover, which makes it, one, like if I'm in the mood to change my cover, I can't. The EC A5 covers will fit on this coil size. And I don't know though, I mean, if you have a strong enough scissors, you could snip that off if you really, really wanted to, but I don't know, it's just so pretty and so nice to touch. I probably wouldn't. It would be interesting to know if in the future they decide to offer this exact like really neutral layout in a dated version with their, traditional modern color scheme tabs, or just dated and like it'd be blank tabs like this. Well, the tab would have printed on there what it is, because then you could customize it to start whenever, just like their other ones. It'll just be interesting to see if they do that coming up in the site. So after you get your dailies, you do have a single lined page here that you can use. And I want to say there's probably 31 days in each. So you technically would have like an extra daily page in some of these. And then it just repeats. So you've got the 6 months, which I honestly think is plenty. I would never get a 12-month daily planner because it would be just too fat. And at the back, there is, this would belong with that month. You got that notes page. And then this is the very end of the planner. You get this dot grid, which this dot grid is wider than, it's definitely much wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5. Wait, yeah, it looks like it's 5 millimeter. And then on here, this looks like 4. Yep, I think that's like 4 millimeters. This is like 4 millimeter grid. And then back here, it's like 5 millimeter grid. And you get 2 pages of that. So you can figure that out however you want. And you get the context page, which you can always, repurpose for something else if you would like. And I used this before for important things. Like I would put in here my landlord information and the address that I have to like mail the rent check to. That's what I would probably use one of these for. And I would put my business mailbox in one of these because sometimes I have to reference it and I don't have it memorized entirely. That, or you can, in the past, I've also done like the kids' school information, phone number, so that in a pinch, if heaven forbid something happens to the internet and I can't Google anything, I have the information like right here written down, the very important things that I need to quickly like get to. And then this is a passwords page, but it would be really easy to re-head these and just make it lists. I would honestly make these lists. These are 1.5 inches wide, just a hair over 1.5 inches wide, and make these like lists. What kind of list? Maybe like master to-do lists. You can house things like, you can title it like this year, or spring, summer, fall, or since it's only 6 months, like you don't need like a whole thing, but maybe to do around the house, or to do for your YouTube channel if you have one, or I don't know, to do at work if you have a job outside the house. You can use it for that kind of thing instead. And then this is the stickers that it came with. These are the stickers. And it is a just one-sided back pocket, but it's white, and it feels exactly like the same cardboard as the other one that it's in their, regular dated planners. So these stickers, it comes with, these are, let's see if I can get you closer. These are for the tabs, and then these bigger ones are designed to go right here for the month, which I think is cool. And then since there was extra space on the sheet, they decided to give us some cute little icon stickers, which it would be interesting to see if they decide to come out with selling just some sheets of these by themselves on their site. They don't have very many sheet stickers like on their website. They do have now an option for like customizable stickers, and that's cool. I didn't get any of those because I hardly ever use stickers, especially in a daily planner. I hope that this video was helpful for you to decide if maybe you want to pick up their undated daily planner. Like I said, this is the A5 size, and this is basically a little bit bigger. This notepad is a little bit bigger than that. And I want to say this is the standard size for all their notepads. So if you want to go check out the other kind of notepads they also have some that have like a daily page format. It doesn't look like this, but they do have some that are like that. And then they have some that are just lines. I might, next time I place an order, just get one that has just some lines on it so I can have, because again, I really do like this paper, how nice it is to write with like one of these air gel pens. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.